So it's been a year since I made my last HBAR video, and I titled that video HBAR is Fool's Gold. Now, it was a very bullish video, but a lot of people looked at it as clickbait, even though I did give it my own sort of spin. So I didn't really think it was, but most people thought it was clickbait. But regardless, if you did get in HBAR during that video, you would have gotten HBAR at 7 cents. Now, since that video, HBAR went on to doing pretty good things because it actually ended up reaching a high of around like 37 to 39 cents back in January. So you would have made a pretty decent return on your investment. I hadn't done a updated HBAR video because I know how these things work. You see, once these coins start making crazy new all-time highs, that's when everybody wants to FOMO in, even though they don't even know what they're buying. They just see the prices going up, so they're just like, okay, time to buy, just because, right? But now that I'm looking at the price of HBAR sitting at 19 cents, I'm thinking that HBAR is getting ready to make its next leg up. So this could potentially be a pretty decent buy point for anyone that's been considering getting into HBAR. But you guys need to remember, nothing is this video is financial advice, so make sure you guys do your own research at the end of the day, because I can always be wrong. But in this video, I'm going to talk about the charts. I'm going to give some price predictions and where I actually see HBAR going in the future. Now, before I get into all of that, for anyone that's looking for a great crypto exchange, make sure you check out my link to BTCC. You get 10% bonus on first-time deposits, extra bonuses up to $10,000, no VPN, no KYC. The link is going to be in my description down below. But let's start off with this right here. So the SEC acknowledges Hedera HBAR ETF filing from NASDAQ Grayscale. This was posted just a couple days ago. So the US SEC has acknowledged a proposed rule change that would allow NASDAQ to list and trade shares of the Grayscale Hedera Trust. Upon acknowledging the application, the regulator has opened a 21-day public comment period for the submitted filing, after which the regulator will decide whether to approve, disapprove, or institute proceedings. The trust shares would trade on NASDAQ under commodity-based trust share rules. Grayscale, operating the Grayscale Investments sponsors, will serve as sponsors with CSC Delaware Trust Company as trustee and Coinbase Custody Trust Company as custodian. Although SEC acknowledgement does not guarantee approval of Grayscale's proposed ETF, it signals a potential shift in the regulator's stance towards crypto investment products. So that is definitely very bullish. Now, if we take a look at other news right here, so this one says bullish momentum builds as HBAR gains $2 million in inflows. So HBAR spot inflows surged to nearly $2 billion, or 2 million. I don't know why I said billion. We wish, right? But nearly $2 million on Monday, signaling resurgence in bullish sentiment toward the altcoin. Data from CoinGlass reveals that this is the first time HBAR has attracted fresh capital in 7 days, marking a shift in investor confidence. Wow, first time in 7 days, but the overall market has just been a scary place for a lot of investors. The people that's not trying to make life-changing returns, they get scared out of the market, unfortunately. But we're seeing different sentiments around HBAR and the overall crypto market, because if you take a look at what this person says right here, they said a bearish setup is happening on HBAR and a pullback is in motion. They say HBAR is facing resistance and showing signs of weakness. If sellers take control, HBAR could decline further toward key support levels, right? And then we take a look at this article, and it's talking about short-term predictions and long-term predictions. And they're saying here that HBAR's price in the short term might aim for 20 cents. If the price moves above 20 cents, we might see a trade around 21 cents. On the downside, 18 cents is the range, right? And for long term, they're saying that according to current HBAR price predictions from CoinCodex, the price of HBAR is expected to rise slightly by about 0.28% and reach 19 cents by April 13th. So that does not seem very bullish whatsoever, right? I mean, 19 cents by April 13th. I also wouldn't consider this long term. This should actually fall under short term. When I'm thinking long term, I'm thinking about like 6 months down the line, 6 months down the road. Anything less than that, in my opinion, is considered to be more so on the short-term perspective. But regardless, I do think that HBAR is one of those coins that is so different and so unique to the point where it could make people some pretty sizable returns. I mean, the market cap is sitting at 8 billion, and I still believe in HBAR, and I still believe that people can make some pretty decent returns. Now, if we take a look here at this indicator, what we see is a whole ton of bearish momentums that's been fired. Matter of fact, the most recent one was not that long ago, March 9th. This is a 4-hour time frame. Now, some people could look at this and say it could have a bit of a head and shoulder pattern here that was formed. But if you actually really take this in, it looks like this could potentially be the bottom for HBAR around a market cap of like 7.4 billion, somewhere around there. And right now it's only sitting at 8.07 billion. So it's not far from where I think the potential bottom could be. Now, the last time it reached here was back in February. So the end of February, February 25th. And I do think this is going to start to act up as support, because even if we go a little bit further back, what we notice, if I get this out of the way, is HBAR touched here at the beginning of February as well, February 3rd, touch around that $7 billion area. And if we go further back, the last time it was here was the beginning of December, right? So I do think that HBAR is potentially going to find a floor around 7 billion and hopefully start making its way back up. But that also depends on Donald Trump, because as we all know, all it takes is one single tweet for everything, all these chart patterns, all these support levels, everything to just come crashing down. If he's just like, hey, Bitcoin's actually a scam, then tomorrow you wake up and you'll just find out that your investments have been completely devastated, right? So one tweet changes the direction in the overall market. It's madness, absolute madness, but unfortunately it is the way that it is right now. But let's talk about where I potentially see HBAR going. So HBAR is sitting at 9 cents, right? I like to look at a $50 billion market cap as more so a conservative price for a lot of these coins, especially when the coin has a higher market cap, right? And for me, anything over $1 billion is considered to be more so on the higher market cap area, but I'll still buy, because there's still returns left to be made, and I'm all about making money, whether it's a 2x, 3x, 4x, doesn't matter to me. I'm just here to make some money. But where can I see HBAR going in the short term? And actually, where can I see HBAR going this year is what I should say. By the end of 2025, where can I see it going, right? So I'm going to look around that $50 to $60 billion area. Now, Solana is currently sitting at $65 billion market cap. So if it was to reach the price of Solana, then HBAR will give you about a 7x from where the price is at right now. That'll put the price around $1.54. I do think that is definitely possible. I'm sure a lot of you probably have a higher price target. You're probably thinking HBAR could reach like over 100 billion, but I do think that for these coins to reach over $100 billion market cap, so much have to go wrong. So much has to go right for these coins to reach over $100 billion market cap. Like, the community has to be insanely solid. There has to be like some insane bullish news. And you guys also have to keep in mind that there's so many different coins out there where money is literally spread thin throughout the entire crypto space. So it's even harder now than ever before for these coins to reach over $100 billion market cap. So this is why I'm being a little bit more on the conservative side and saying that by the end of this year, maybe we could see somewhere between $50 billion market cap to a $65 billion market cap. But again, it all depends on what's Trump going to tweet out next. But that's what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Check out a few of the links that I have down below. And until next time, take care.